In this video, we head to the Australian Outback to see what it's really like to do a group tour as a solo traveller. If you're new around here, hi, I'm Dane. I moved to Australia last year on a working holiday visa. I share these videos online to inspire you to take a trip and maybe even move to the other side of the world. Now, I'm not shy of adventures, but this was out of my comfort zone. So grab a cup of tea and get comfy as we embark on a crazy adventure with 20 strangers and spend the next 3 nights camping in the Outback. Enjoy. Happy winter from Australia. So it's currently June 2023. My Europe followers out there, this is actually winter time. And I thought this would be a perfect time of year to go camping in the Outback. I am currently at the domestic terminal in Sydney because I am flying to one of my bucket list Australia destination. I'm flying to Ayers Rock. Australia is known to be expensive, but getting to this place is generally really expensive. However, I feel like I have budgeted the crap out of this trip, and I'm going to share with you how I pretty much planned this whole trip for less than $800. I'll tell you more in the video. But for now, I need to catch a plane to show you guys some bucket list Australia places. So I will catch you guys in Uluru. And just like that, we have gone from Sydney to Uluru, and it's kind of raining a lot. I did not expect to visit Uluru. I'll put a little picture here of what it's going to be like tomorrow. Yeah, what the hell. If you couldn't tell already, I have booked onto a group tour to visit Uluru in the Northern Territory. I'm in ULURU National Park, and I've just found out only 1% of tourists who visit this place, I'll put the number of tourists who actually visit this place each year, only 1% will see it like this in the rain. There's like natural waterfalls that are formed all over this amazing rock. This big rock you see here is located in Central Australia and is over 500 million years old. Yes, that old. It stands at 348 meters, making it taller than the Eiffel Tower. You can't help but feel impressed while standing in front of it. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting rain, but I feel very grateful that I got to see it in this unusual state. Before we carry on with the adventure, I just want to introduce you to the sponsor of today's video, Safety Wing. When I left the UK 2 years ago, I needed to make sure that if anything unexpected happened during my travels, I was covered. I did my research and I couldn't quite find an insurance that matched my lifestyle of country hopping and now working as a digital nomad. That's when I found Safety Wing. Safety Wing offers you global coverage if you are in an accident or get sick whilst outside your home country. My favorite part about Safety Wing is that it works on a subscription basis, so I pay for my travel medical insurance each month, and when I no longer need it, I can cancel it. Not that that's going to happen anytime soon because, you know, I've got like a million other countries to see and I need to remain insured. Safety Wing is my absolute go-to for travel medical insurance. And hey, I'm not the only one who loves it. They have hundreds of great reviews over on Trustpilot, so you don't need to just take my word for it. I will leave a link down in the description below so you can find out more about Safety Wing. So a big thank you to Safety Wing for sponsoring the channel. Now let's get back to the desert. This is completely the opposite to what I expected when I planned to visit Uluru. I think it's just a bit dark and eerie because the clouds are all grey. It's rained for the first time in ages here. And the rock is not red, it's almost like a dark purple grey colour. So we just hopped off the bus for a quick little walk. I do a lot of solo travelling, but given the remote location of Uluru, it's not the easiest place to travel alone. I booked a group tour with Mulgas Adventures and I highly recommend them. This was $700 and included food, activities and accommodation. What's cool about this tour is that they take you into remote areas for camping and provide you with a legendary tour guide such as Laura. Laura was able to share her expert knowledge on the history of this area, including the Aboriginal people who have lived on this land for the last 30,000 years. During this video, I'll try and touch on as much history as possible while showing you some epic places.
But get your sleeping bags out.
Good morning guys from Uluru. It's currently like 6:30 a.m.
Didn't really vlog much yesterday. I don't know if you can see, we've just come to a sunrise viewing platform to see both Uluru and Kitashajara. Oh my god, I said that so badly. But yeah, I slept really well considering we basically slept outside in what's called a swag. I'll show you later. But we basically fell asleep looking at the stars, and I've never seen so many shooting stars in my life. It was amazing. I think we've got a really full-on day today, so I'm just going to make the most of it and try and film as much as possible. Also, a first for me, have you ever seen me with a beanie on this channel? I don't think so. I've got a new outfit for this trip. This is pretty much where we slept last night. It looks very different from the footage this morning, but this is what you call a swag. So it's pretty much a glorified, more thicker sleeping bag that we use outside, and it was actually so hot inside the sleeping bag. I wore joggers, hoodie, and with the sleeping bag inside the swag, I was actually hot, but my head was poking out and it was a bit wet. So we're gonna be sleeping in these for the next 2 nights. Surprisingly, really cozy and not cold at all. It doesn't look that comfortable, but it is like a thick kind of mattress. I'm not gonna say the word thick, but it's about that much from your body to the ground. And it's enough space to sleep in. Ew, it's wet. It actually looks so different compared to last night because the sand is so red and vibrant out here. So this morning we did a bit of a hike. We're like 2.5 hours, it's fine, but we're just gonna have some lunch now. And this is a participation tour, so you'll help cook, clean, get involved. It's a lot of fun, making friends already, which is great. If you ever want to go somewhere but you have no one to go with, just sign up to a group tour. It's honestly one of the best things. Did you know there is a Fuluru? There is Uluru and then there is a Fuluru. I didn't even notice the difference. So this one is a lot flatter. You probably can't see it, but it's over there. And we were just driving up the highway and I was like, oh, it's Uluru again. And then I found out it's Fuluru. It's not actually Uluru. We've just stopped at a stop here. We're gonna throw some red sand, maybe make some cute love hearts. Okay, we're doing a group picture and I do not want to get sound on me, so I'm gonna quickly run. I'm just gonna stand over here.
2, 3, go!
Did not want sand on my head.
So I quickly caved and wanted to give it a go. Let me know what you think of the love heart down below in the comments.
Like backwards?
Reload.
Oh my god.
Make a pile before you start.
1, 2, 3. Did that work? Was that good?
I think it worked.
Right, it's time to get back on the bus and head to Kings Canyon. Because this is a participation tour with Mulgas Adventures, you have to get involved, here. So we've just stopped on the highway that goes all the way down the middle of Australia to get some wood for the fire tonight. Don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna get some. The bigger the better, because then it will just burn all night. The bigger the better. This one will be perfect, but I don't think we can lift it. We can try. Okay, I think we might have found one. I am the worst helper now. I'm just filming.
This is one of my favorite parts of group tours. You meet random people, you go on adventures, and before you know it, you're in the middle of the outback collecting fire for the camp.
That's what you call taking firewood to another level. This should hopefully look like a massive fire, like a lot bigger than last night, and tomorrow we're going to do an even bigger one. Okay, so this is what we have for dinner tonight. We have dinner with everyone every single night, but they have cooked like a local Australian dish called damper. Never tried this before. Just bread. They cooked it in the ground in the fire. Tastes really salty, a bit peppery.
After exploring all day and having dinner together, we would always end the night by sitting round the campfire.
Step 1. Step 2. Oh, thanks. Oh. I didn't realize these guys were holding the light to my flash. Okay, so now I've got my sleeping bag. We are literally just putting the sleeping bag inside the swag, and that is where we're sleeping tonight. If you don't have a pillow and if you come on this trip, bring a pillowcase and just put your coat inside. It was actually very comfortable last night. And voila, that is how you have a pillow. And then once I'm ready for bed, I'll just get it. Okay, this is literally how I'm going to sleep tonight. I don't think I've ever made a video on this channel where I've literally slept outside. Comment below, would you do this? I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, we are at Kings Canyon. It's not even 7 AM last night. I tried to film waking up this morning, but we got woken up at 4:45. And it was so cold last night, it was about 0 degrees, that there was ice and frost on my pillow and on my sleeping bag. So we're doing the Kings Canyon hike. It's about 3 to 4 hours. So it's about 500 steps to the top. Also, I am now hat man. I've never worn hats, but they keep me so warm. I can barely talk right now. Oh my god. We pretty much started this trek in the dark doing like 500 steps and it was a bit awful, but now we're at the top. It's a lot more lighter and it looks a lot more beautiful, so hopefully should be a banging sunrise. If you are doing this hike, I literally contemplated wearing my puffer jacket because it was 0 degrees, it was cold, but I'm just wearing a jumper and I'm pretty warm right now. By the time you've walked to the top of the stairs, you'll be warm. Kings Canyon is a 3-hour drive from Uluru. This hike gives you glorious views of the desert below. Sunrise is the ideal time to do this hike as it's not too hot and you can see the sun glisten over the red center. I mean, you can even shout over the canyon and see if anyone replies.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh my god! Sometimes it drags on the...
This is turning out to be a beautiful morning. Like, it's always weird starting a group trip because you don't know if you're going to vibe with everyone, you don't know what it's going to be like, but this is a really good group and we're all having a smashing time and getting the best pics obs. This place just gets more and more stunning. Like, how ridiculously beautiful is this? I'm in Northern Territory, I'm in Australia, I'm with a bunch of great people. If you ever need to do a solo trip, book onto a group tour and definitely book onto Mulgas Adventures because having the best time. I'm going home tomorrow, I'm gonna be sad. I seriously can't get enough of this place. We just did like a minute silence and all we could hear was this. After exploring Kings Canyon, we headed back towards Uluru for one last night of fun, but this time we were camping bush style, meaning no kitchen, no other guests, and no toilet. So, for the final night of this adventure, we are staying in a remote bush camp. So I'll give you a little tour in a second because we don't have any toilets or showers here. We have an Australian dunny, which basically means like Outback toilet. So like we did yesterday, we had to stop at the side of the road and collect enough wood to keep us warm tonight because I think it's going to be a bit colder than it was last night. But there is so many flies in the Outback that we were collecting wood and it was horrible. Laura is going to give you a tour of the dunny. Let's go.
This is called a dunny. This is an Australian toilet. We don't have a door. It's where you can have a poo with a view.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
You're selling it.
Rated #1 in Central Australia on
Wow.
TripAdvisor.
What do you think? Would you use this toilet? I'm actually excited to use it because, you know, I like new experiences. Pete. It's just red. It's just red. First impressions?
That looks like there's like a spider skeleton.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So, this is where we're gonna have our nighttime poo experience. I'm actually not gonna go for number 2 because I went earlier, but this is what you do, you know, just come to the dunny, got this beautiful view here, hopefully see some stars. Turn around. I think it's time to get cozy by the fire. We've got the fire going, we're just queuing up for our pasta. It's giving me school vibes. Final camp meal, garlic bread and pasta. This is the vibe. Delicious.
Overall, I had an amazing time on this tour. I learned so much about Australian culture, made new friends, and most importantly, new memories. There was just one last thing I needed to do, which has been on my bucket list for a very long time. This might be the coolest thing I've ever done. Seeing as it was my birthday, I decided to treat myself. It has always been a dream of mine to take a helicopter ride, and I thought, is there a better place to do that than Uluru? I did this ride with PHS Tours and did the 25-minute ride over Uluru and Katachuta. It was incredible to see the red centre from the skies. It's giving me tingles just thinking about this experience. Thank you so much for watching this video. Your support means the world to me. I hope you have enjoyed it and it somewhat inspires you with a trip to Uluru. And thanks again to Safety Wing for sponsoring the channel. Their continued support enables me to make adventures like this happen. Make sure you hit subscribe to see future videos, and until next time, take care and peace out.